The 8 days that changed the world were marked by escalation and apexes of several momentum shifts in Jesus' life. For example, Sunday was the apex of his popularity with the people. On Monday, however, the apex of his escalating antagonism with the religious leaders is front and center. On Sunday, he noticed that Anna's bazaar, which was put there in the temple as a service to God's people, had become a haven for charlatans. The religious leaders, the priests, were basically running a racket. When you came to worship at the temple, you had to have a lamb, a spotless, unblemished lamb to sacrifice. Well, if you brought one from your own farm and presented it to the priest for inspection, they would always find a problem. And then, of course, you would have to buy one of their lambs at an inflated price. And oh, by the way, you weren't allowed to spend your money. Roman denarius was not allowed because the Roman denarius would defile the temple. So they sent you to money changers who would, at an inflated exchange rate, exchange your money, your Roman denarius, for temple currency. It was a racket from beginning to end. And the priests and the religious leaders who were supposed to be serving God's people were milking God's people and growing rich off of this racket. Jesus had had enough. He saw it as a defilement of his Father's house. He said, "My house will be called a house of prayer." And with that, he went to work. He went into a rage. He flipped over the money changers' tables, the prophets of their hypocrisy spreading all across the floor of the temple. He ran out the animals, the sacred animals that the priests had there. He ran those out, and he created enemies like he'd never created before with the religious leaders. Now they wanted him dead, and they began plotting that night on how they were going to pull that off. And they're going to start on Tuesday. Tuesday will be a big day.